Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Got it!
On second down, Kamara. Oh, twisting away. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Breeze on third down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep and got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get up! 21!
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the
Let's go! 21! Hey, express!
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12! Let's go! Got it! Stay south! 12! Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 29 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. You know, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached at the hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees. And they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Breeze to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. A spin. For the Falcons, Charles, we've talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Get up!
Play action, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Tuesday. Here we go!
Play action. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Freeman. Down right around the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And an alley to run. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the second year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy?
Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Down the numbers, there he goes, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Steven Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a third team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Sal! Hey, express! Look out! 11! Gun!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, let's go!
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12! Gun! Hey, Tuesday!
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on second down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Got it!
Again, it's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Sammy! Got it!
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run it again with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Breeze now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Gun. Space. Get up. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Tuesday.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a pitch out to Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
11, 11, 11, 11. 13. 11, 11, 11. Mike 42, Mike 42.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.